So digitalisation is changing all areas of our lives. It changes the way we travel, it changes the way we stay informed, it changes the way we buy things. But it also puts increasing pressures on manufacturers. How do you address that challenge of digitalisation? But at the same time, it's generating new business models. And some of those business models you're probably already using. So, for example, in the past, if you wanted to read something, you go to a library or you pick up a book. Whereas now, you can download books, you can read them on Kindle or on your iPhones or your iPad. And again, in the past, people used to buy records if they wanted to listen to music. And apparently, people still buy vinyl records. I'm not quite sure what they do it for because they don't play them anymore. But you can actually stream music nowadays with new apps. Yellow Pages used to be my go-to for finding phone numbers for companies to help me do things around the house. I think last time I used Yellow Pages to prop a door open because you can get phone numbers and relevant companies, and actually the quality of those companies as well through apps now. And last but not least is travelling. I mean, Uber's having a few challenges in London at the moment, but I've used Uber quite a lot when travelling around London and Glasgow, and it has changed the way I travel significantly and the way I get my receipts. All this is done online. You don't need any cash anymore. So the point that I'm trying to make here is these organisations that are mastering data are actually becoming very, very successful businesses. And these are very, very new business models. So the point is we need to think about data in a different way. These new business models are actually going to take over the way we manufacture products, the way we live our lives. Why do we need to do all of this? Well, the reason we need to do all this is because of consumers like you and I. We're driving this. And one good example of that is, if you think of the mobile phone, I got myself a brand new Samsung S7 a few weeks ago, and lo and behold, the week after they brought out an S8, and I'm sure there'll be an S9 coming out in a few weeks' time. So the challenge is, consumers always want the latest technology at their fingertips. So how do manufacturers address that challenge of consumers wanting the new technology? If you buy a brand new car today, you'd expect a sat-nav to be there as standard. Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, you have to pay extra for that. You might not even be able to get it. So the point is, consumers are wanting new things all the time, new technologies. Manufacturers are trying to keep up with that demand from consumers. Now, one of the ways we can do that is through accelerating some of those innovation cycles. So using virtual reality to do a lot of the development work in the virtual world, such we reduce the amount of physical prototypes. Enhanced flexibility. So customization is going to be important to every sector. And coming back to that challenge that everybody has, we want to increase productivity, okay? And the perception of increasing productivity is making more products with less people. However, if you could actually customise your product to suit individual consumer needs, the consumer will pay more for that product. Therefore, you automatically increase productivity with the same number of people. So it isn't about reducing the number of jobs that we have. It's actually all about increasing value of the products to actually meet the consumer's demands. And increasing efficiency. So that's not just about energy efficiency, but it's also about resource efficiency, asset efficiency. So if you have a machine that can make one product, can it also make a different product? So if you've got a massive order for this other product and you haven't got enough machines to make it, can you adapt another machine to be able to manufacture that product? Flexible manufacturing. And it could be robotics, it could be automation, whichever technology suits.